Yes, Leo, Merry Christmas. It's December 2018. I think it was Groucho Marx who said, time flies like an arrow and fruit flies like a banana. No, many great wishes to you for this Christmas. And it is going to be a very powerful Christmas. The planet well, it's not a planet, but the sun is your ruler, ruling the regal sign of Leo. And we see it in the first week of the month making a couple of pretty challenging aspects that could get you back up. Firstly, the right angle or the square to Mars, that's going to take place, looking at your horoscope here, in the fifth house. Fifth house is children, creativity. It's the part of your nature which is spontaneous, really. And when Mars is involved in this, the spontaneity could be surprising even to you. You could be angry with kids if you're a parent. You could be angry by feeling frustrated that you're not able to express yourself in the way that you want to. You know, there's this really strong urge for freedom, and that's, you know, across all of the star signs to some extent, because we see the rather harrowing opposition from Venus to Uranus that's taking place in your third house. So that adds more weight to the testimony that you could be pretty pissed off with things. The third house is your mind. It's got to do with communications, contracts, agreements. You know, there's nothing worse than people reneging on an agreement. That's possible in your case, having that unexpected influence of Uranus on Venus. And Venus for you is, you know, the El Primo professional planet. It rules your 10th house. And so what can happen there is some frustration surrounding people in your work, employers, females in particular, because, you know, Venus is a female planet. And then that coupled with the, you know, that square, it's very militant, very dominant. It is also at times somewhat prone to mishaps. So you've got to collect yourself, Leo, because that's the sort of transit where you're so engrossed in your anger or your reaction to something that you forget you're pouring a cup of tea and you end up pouring it all over your hand, or you trip, or you fall, or you cut yourself, or God forbid you know, take your eye off the car in front of you in a traffic jam and boom, you bump them in the, you know, in the back. So, you know, more awareness necessary, more need to just bring yourself into focus at this time. And I say that because you've got a lovely new moon taking place on the 7th in that fifth house of love affairs, creativity, children. The new moon for everyone this month signals some sort of new breakthrough or opportunity to change things up, move things in a different direction. And that is happening in the area of creation, spontaneity. So if you're well directed, what you can do in this month is come up with some absolutely brilliant gems of creativity. You can really tap into the inner child within your nature and produce something that's not only fulfilling to yourself, but it can really impress others. And it's the sort of thing that can be an icebreaker. If, say, for example, you're meeting new people, there may just be moments of brilliance where you come up with something in your conversation that really wows other people. And the fact that you've got this Uranus-Venus opposition, you know, it's giving you a bit of edginess to your mind. So, yeah, you can allow this to slip into the sort of reactive, gross, sort of argumentative component of the Sun and Mars, or you can allow it to bring out that flavourful, creative genius in you, if I could put it that way. The other thing, later in the month, well, I think around the 12th, 14th, 15th, you'll see that moon coming into the conjunction of Mars. That takes place in your 8th house. The 8th house is the house of shared resources, money, banking, taxes. That could again trigger some of these reactions in yourself to get a little too competitive or disputational. Isn't that a great word? Disputational about money matters with your loved one, with your spouse or partner. So again, at that time of the month, mid-month, you have to collect yourself again. Just remember what Dadhichi said, put a lid on it. Things will improve, and then later in the month, we see there it's going to pass over Uranus, again trigger that Venus influence, and that's going to move into your career sector again. But the important thing towards the latter part of the month is the full moon taking place in your 12th house. Big expenses. If you can do your Christmas shopping a little earlier than the 22nd or 23rd, I think it will be a good thing. The 12th house is the house of expenses, having the full moon there, which is actually the ruler of the sign of Cancer, ruling and dominating this 12th house of expenses. It would help you to, tighten your belt and not spend as much as you would. It is also an emotional expenditure that I'm alluding to here, which goes back to the very first part of the reading. You don't only become broke through what you spend, you can become broke through how much emotion you invest into a particular situation or person. So again, tightening your belt relates to finances this month, but it as much relates to emotional expenditure. What are the final transits here? They're the ones that are going to carry you through to the end of the month. And with that, I'd like to say, don't forget to take a look at the yearly forecasts I've done now for 2019, all aspects of your life. And my gift to you this Christmas is that it's on the house. And with that, again, Merry Christmas. Wish to see you in the new year. All the best. And I hope Santa brings you all those goodies that you've been waiting for, Leo. Take care. Bye-bye now.